Today we review A Gentleman. The film is very gentle. A little too gentle actually.
I like the title, A Gentleman. Sundar, Sushil, risky. मजा आया. मैंने कहा this must be like some kind of a James Bond film. I'm going to enjoy it because Siddharth Malhotra also is a very fine actor, very good looking. He has charisma.
I mean, after looking at Siddharth Malhotra's grated cheese, abs, it didn't hold that much drama. I wish there was more.
I saw the film. When the film began, I saw it more as an imitation of Ram or Sham from my time, or one of the Jodwa revisited, and my heart sank. I said, where are we going with this film? And as the film progressed, I became, unfortunately, more and more confused. I only began to understand what the film was really about by the time Interval came around. According to me, that was too late.
Now, there are a lot of films in India that have been made within this genre in terms of thrillers, and they've been done really, really well. This particular film has actually got a lot of international films as a blend or a part of it. Somewhere you will feel that it's a Mission Impossible, somewhere you will feel like it's a Fast and the Furious, somewhere you will feel like it's a Mr. and Mrs. Smith. Let's just say it's a big bhelpuri of a lot of these visuals.
The film had interesting set pieces. It had very personable, bankable stars presenting them. But they didn't come together. The story didn't engage. And unfortunately, the ideas were rehashed from 100 films which have come before.
Which is what is the drawback of this film. Because I think what it lacks is a sense of originality. You cannot bring just two Indian actors or two actors who speak Hindi and put a couple of songs in it and put a couple of chases in it and say, I'm making a spy thriller, when the storyline is fairly weak.
The story is quite action-packed, even if it is confusing at times. And it's about two characters, one who is a conventional office-going good boy, and the other one who is a hard-boiled, hard-hitting gangster. Are they the same person? Are they two different persons? That's part of the suspense and enjoyment of the film.
This is a metro-driven film. Most of the cities will watch it more than probably the rural areas. And I'm not saying that the rural areas won't watch it, but I'm just saying that a lot of the city breeders would watch this film more. And if I'm going to be watching this film as a one-off, theek hai. But because I've seen a lot of these visuals before, I'm not really engaged. Because it's a been there, done that scenario.
Siddharth Malhotra and Jacqueline Fernandez gives it a new twist. But it's not enough, according to me, to make this film into something more than what we would call time pass. Forgettable time pass.
Unfortunately, I had a lot of expectations for this film. It didn't kind of live up to that mark for me.
There is a very nice scene where Rajat Kapoor and Supriya Pilgaonkar come together as parents into a house where there is already a dead body and another person who is trying to keep that dead body out of their sight, and Siddharth is being very innocent and very pleasant. I can't remember the film, but there are a number of gangster films which I have seen which are pretty much like this, where the family member comes in and is unsuspecting about what's going on behind the scenes in what is otherwise a very pleasant shape of a household. Very nice. That was a hilarious scene, and the two actors brought a sense of genuineness and warmth and some originality from the way they acted into the film.
So let's talk about the actors. You have a Siddharth Malhotra, as mentioned. He has really worked out. Of course, he has the good boy, very nice, very clean, very homely way of speaking to you. So you kind of connect with him. And he has worked out in this film and worked out well, because by God, his abs, you can grate cheese on them. So good going, Siddharth. It works. I'm definitely wanting to have some cheese today. But what stole the show for me was actually Jacqueline, who did a 30-second pole dance. That woman can dance. That is the highlight of the film. His abs and her pole dance. Forget about all the cars crashing, forget about all the other people. You see these two things? Paisa Vasool, not complete Paisa Vasool, but some of it.
So those of you who have seen Ocean's 11 or Mission Impossible or The Bourne Identity, this is nothing new for you. What is new is that Siddharth Malhotra, your very own Siddharth Malhotra, is playing the lead role in this and playing it very competently. That gives you something to go for, something maybe to cheer for, and have those girls next to me in that morning show, something to giggle about and cheer about and whoop about. Sunil Shetty, surprisingly, has an interesting or a good kind of a possibility, but is then wasted because the role eventually becomes quite inconsequential and is not fleshed out. They're all cardboard characters. They're all just settings for set pieces. That's where the film, I think, fails to deliver.
If you have a free afternoon or evening and you want to have a little bit of change and a noise around you, please go and watch this movie. For me, doesn't matter. आया गया, gentleman है या नहीं है, मुझे कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ा. So the rating for me in this film is, for the pole dance and his abs and Rajat, 1.
A gentleman, Sundar, Sushil, risky. I give this film 2 out of 5. My friends, the risk is all yours if you're going to see this film. And if you want to avoid the risk of seeing future films, tune into, subscribe to 2 Tickets, please.
Please come back next week as we review again, for we will always have 2 tickets for you. Press the button, subscribe. We're always here, eagerly waiting for your participation with us.